Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns of Michigan, and today we are going to install the Kraford and Lypt chassis for the FX Maverick. Now, this chassis does come in two different lengths, one for sniper, and they also have one for the compact, which obviously just has a shorter rail up here. But I just want to show you guys basically how to install this and just how easy it is to do. So to start, I'm going to set these rails back here while we get the gun prepared. First thing we want to do is make sure the gun is on safe. We don't want any accidental discharges. We're going to go ahead and remove our bipod. And now on this gun, I've already installed the Kraford and Lypt KLS2. That's just installed by unscrewing this big nut here, and it pulls out the old handle. You put the new one in, tighten it back up. But in order to do the chassis, we actually have to take these side mounts off. So we're going to go ahead and do both sides of this. And start here. There's just two bolts, or two nuts, or bolts, sorry, on each side of the rear plate here. One for each side, or two for each side. We're gonna undo that. Undo that, and these plates just come right off. So now we have both the plates, and this is what your chassis is going to look like now with no rear plate. We're going to go ahead and grab our handy dandy here. We're going to flip her upside down. Go ahead and remove the front bolt, remove our back bolt, and lift our chassis straight off. All right, one last thing that we're going to need to do is remove our grip, and that is going to be done with a 5mm. I think it's 5mm. Pretty certain it is. Yep, 5mm. So I'm just unscrewing the grip here from the chassis itself. Set that to the side, and there we have our old FX chassis. Go ahead and set this to the side and grab our new pieces. This does come in two separate pieces. We have our back piece that goes on first, and actually, you know what, before that, we're going to go ahead and slide this on here, and get this on first. So we're just replacing the original 4 screws that held this to the original chassis. More screw. Snug these up. Then we're going to set our chassis onto the gun itself. There's one screw that goes back here. This is our original screw that we removed. Tighten that up. This does come with a packet of screws, and I'm going to show you what we're going to use those for. We're going to take our front rail and drop it in here, grabbing our front screw. And before I tighten this one all the way, I'm going to go into the little baggie that they sent, and there are 2 screws in here that screw the back part of the rail in, just like so. We're going to tighten this one up. Make sure everything's nice and tight. I'm going to check my trigger shoe clearance to make sure it's good, and it is. We're going to go ahead and replace our grip now. All your stock grip will fit just fine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my bipod back on, which you notice now that it is much further extended forward, which would be where most of us would want it, instead of way back here. You know, I've gained 6-8 inches just off of that. And there you go. That's how simple it is to install the Kraford and Lypt Maverick chassis. Cool thing is you got T-rails here on the side where you can add Picatinny T-rails. You've got a T-rail underneath here where you can add another T-rail. And this rail has T-rail for Picatinny, but it's also ARCA. So you can clamp your gun into your ARCA, you know, tripod, bipod, whatever you have, and be right there. Now, like I said, the cool thing is now my bipod is way out in front of me. Much more stable, much more easy to, you know, like I said, you know, keep the gun stable during shooting. I did remove my scope while I was mounting this, just so I didn't bang it around. But there you have it, the Kraford and Lypt Maverick chassis. Like I said, you can get this in compact as well as sniper. And they do come in black or gold. This just about wraps up everything I need for this gun to take its place in NRL 22. This is the gun that I'll be shooting. So with that being said, I'm Moose. This is Airguns of Michigan. Be good to each other, and God bless.